Hey guys, Matt with Ranch Armor. Today we're going to be installing a Wet Sounds Stealth XT 12B Bluetooth speaker on this 1500. Let's go over all the tools we need to get the job done. All right guys, so these are the tools you're going to be using today to put on the Stealth XT Bluetooth soundbar. We're going to be using a panel popper, a socket, and wrench for 10 mil. I have it also in drill format. Sometimes it's easier to break them loose with the hand tool and then get them off with this. A regular ratchet with a 13 for the bolts that are going to go through the top, a T30 for your fender to loosen that up to get that through, a 5/16 drill bit with your drill to drill the holes for the soundbar to mount, and a screwdriver just to hold the nut from spinning when you are tightening it. This is actually not used for its initial purpose. It's just kind of a pry to sit in there and not turn it. So any screwdriver will work. Push pins, you're going to need 9 of them in total to reapply the headliner after it's done. Your final connections are going to take some battery terminals along with the heat shrink, some snips, a white colored pencil to mark the holes from the top, lighter to shrink your heat shrinks, a crimper, either this kind or the other, doesn't matter. And then I like to make life easy with the automatic stripper, but you can use the strippers on your crimper if you have that as well. It works the same. Those are all the tools we're going to be using today, and let's get into it. All right, guys, I got my panel popper here. We're going to pop all these panels on this roof liner. Use a T20 torque to get these screws down. We're going to pull this headliner completely out, front and back, and then we'll get to mounting the speaker. You're going to use your 5.5 Allen key. If you don't have one, you're going to need one, but they should sell at Home Depot or Harbor Freight or something like that. The bracket mounted to the and you just want to stand it up, make sure that it's level like that. Obviously the weight's pulling down from the cord, but just want to make sure it's level. And then when this sits in your unit, it's actually going to sit upside down like this on the headliner. But for the meantime, I'm going to do it this way, and I'm going to take it up there and measure out my holes. For this, you're going to need a colored pencil. It depends on what color your roof is. I like to use white because everything we work on is black, so you're going to need that. Mount your holes. Then you're going to need a drill, 5/16 bit. I definitely recommend getting all this stuff ready before going up on the roof so you don't have to go up and down and up and down and up and down. It'll just kind of help you out. So what you take up there with you is probably going to be your drill, 5/16 drill bit, your mounting hardware, and then your tape measure to ensure that you are somewhat symmetrical and even on both sides, front, rear, all that good stuff. All right, so I'll meet you up there on the roof. Guys, so on the roof, what I'm about to drill, and this is the hardware that's gonna go from the outside top of the roof and then sit right there on the top of the roof, kind of just like that. These washers have a rubber, like silicone type underneath so that you can get watertight and seal it so that we don't have any leaking going on. Because if it gets through that hole, it's going to be all over the headliner. It's going to be all over the backseat passenger. So you got to make sure that you use some type of water sealant, whether that's silicone or washers like these or RTV, whatever it is. But do make sure you putty that up. That way you don't have a puddle in your backseat. All right. Okay, guys. So on this particular unit, which is a 1500, I've measured out 10 inches from the mounting spot to the edge of the roof on both sides like this. Let me get you a closer look. So I go like this from center mass of the hole to the edge of the roof, 10 inches. All right. And then we're going to do back of the speaker to the back of the roof is 8 inches. And if that's even the whole way, which it is, then you'll be good to go. So 10 inches from the sides, 8 inches from the rear. Then you're going to mark your holes. Oh, that moved a little. There we go. You're gonna mark your holes. Like I said, I like to use a white colored pencil so it pops up real nice. Where then I'm going to drill into with my 5/16. Very slowly. Even though I had somebody check it underneath for me, we're still gonna do it slow. Perfect. Perfect. Now we have mounting holes for these to sit into like so. This next part kind of requires a buddy of some sort because someone has to be up here holding these down while someone is underneath mounting the speaker and the headliner. so that you can get the precise location, so you don't cut extra holes in your headliner. So what I'm doing here is I'm drilling out right here, right here, right here, and right here to replace push pins. So typically when you pull out the push pins, since they're just little plastic, they kind of rip or bend or whatever. They're not as tough as they were originally. So we like to reuse what we can, but if we can't, we like to drill new holes to put in fresh ones so that your roof liner is secured and it's not sagging down. Okay guys, so when we put this liner back on, we're going to twist one of these for the rear window on a 1500. We're going to twist one of these at a time, slide this back over like so, and then twist it back into position, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. Sorry, I know the angle's not the best, but you will see firsthand when you're putting it in. All right guys, so I'm holding this up while my buddy is helping me out here. We're pinning the roof up so that way we can have it hold. While we go up top, we're going to drill through, now that we've checked to make sure there's no wires under there. There's none. I have the hole set on the roof. We're going to drill the rest of the way through a little hole into the headliner so that the speaker can sit right there. You want to make sure when you're pinning it, we're going to leave this side kind of dangling a little bit because that's where we're going to run our wires for our power to our speaker. So we do need this side kind of accessible, but for the most part, I want it to be held up on its own. So that way when myself or Sage drill through the top of the roof, we don't hit anything, and we can still operate with the power wires and all that good stuff. Okay guys, so right now I know it's 10 inches here, but I'm gonna hold this roof liner up while Sage is gonna drill through in reverse so that he doesn't tear up the carpet. We're gonna drill a little hole where the speaker can mount, where the bolt can come through so we can mount the speaker underneath. All right guys, here we go, Sager. So we have the speaker mounted. We ended up switching out the hardware that comes in the hardware kit inside the box for 2 3-inch 5/16 shoulder bolts. That way it's holding up, it's long enough to get through the headliner, and it's holding up your speaker nice and secure. We're going to finish out with the push pins, putting them back in on the holes that we drilled, and then we're going to get to running the wire just like we would a power wire on any roof down the driver's side, and we'll get back to you there. All right. So now I'm going to put the front back together with the originals, and I'm going to leave this side right here kind of open so I can get the wire going to the hole there and run it down the A-pillar underneath the hood so we can wire it up and get it all ready to go. All right, guys. So to be able to get the input here, the aux input, the fat head through this, what we did is we took the T30 out of your quarter panel, this one, and this one right here. That way we can kind of pry up the quarter panel like this and get this fat connection through there. From here, we're gonna wire it up. Let me just pull the rest of this wire through, and then we will get it wired up and ready to go.
All right, so you're gonna take your ground, and then here's your positive. You're gonna put your ground right there. Your ground is always gonna go on the battery side. So whichever side you hook up your battery to, it'll be the same side as your ground. So in this case, now our battery has to be this post right here.
All right, guys. So here's our power and our ground coming from our sound bar that we put up, that we put the wiring all through the channels and everything. Now these are going to go to your relay, far side of your relay over here. Ground is obviously going to go straight to the ground post, which is right here. Okay. Now with this one being on this side here, this red one, try not to actually hook up, just walk you through it. It's going to go on this one, and it's going to come to this, but cleanly wrapped. It's going to go from there to there. And then this red one is going to be going to battery from this post here to the key hot right there. All right. And then you're plugged into your bus bar right here, letting it be powered when the key turns and the vehicle turns on. That's what that does. So I'm going to go ahead and walk through all these and get them all pinned up. Okay guys, with this one, be very careful. Everything else is hooked up right now. This is the ground wire. This completes the connection. So make sure you don't touch anything else metal while you're doing this, because otherwise you're going to zap some stuff, including yourself. We got power. And then we take our phone, and it's on Bluetooth. It is labeled Stealth XT-B12, I believe. Stealth XT12, right there. Click on it.
I'm nice right now, man. I feel good.
That's all for the speaker. If you have any questions and you want to purchase one or reach out, rancharmorutv.com, and then call me directly. Just ask for MJ. I'm here every day. Thank you very much, guys.